Another year, another Call of Duty, but this time, Black Ops 7. You know the drill, hype train leaves the station and we all jump on board. I tried to resist, I really did, but my friends, they told me, hey, come on, it's a Black Ops game, it's gonna be different. Well, I played the open beta and I was really disappointed, and I said, I don't want to play this game, it doesn't feel like Call of Duty to me. But here we are, the game's completely out and I'm spent a good amount of time with it, and let me tell you, I was right. This is possibly one of the worst Call of Duties I've ever played. This is not going to be a deep dive into every weapon statistic, just how my friends and I felt after the game launched. The experience for me and a lot of other players playing online was really disappointing. I'm going to go into the good, the bad, the ugly of everything I've played, mostly just focusing on multiplayer. So let's start with the silver linings, because there are some. Visually, the game actually looks pretty good. I mean, for a game that takes 200 gigabytes of storage space on your computer, it better look good. The environment on some of the maps was actually really nice. I did end up having to turn a lot of them off because playing competitively, trying to grind out for skins, I wanted the most frame rate I could have, so it really didn't matter. But the sound design is actually really good. Even if you don't pay for the extra $20 on top of the game to get better sound, it actually was pretty good. Especially if you're on PC, you can change some of your PC sound settings and get pretty close to the actual $20 experience, or the $20 extra experience. Another small win was the customization. I mean, Call of Duty's always been good with how much customization they have with their guns, although confusing at times, which we'll get to. But the customization has always been great. The kill streaks, there's quite a few differences, but I like it. It is nice for the most part, again, which we'll get into. But let's be honest, we don't play Call of Duty for, just how well the guns look or all the attachments you can have on them. We play it for getting kills. When it comes to actually playing the game, it felt really sluggish. It's really where it fell apart for me. Black Ops has always been this free-flowing, responsive movement kind of a game, but this game just feels heavy and slow. Now, I understand that playing the game slower can be appealing for some people, but that's not Call of Duty. With Call of Duty, you want to run in, get kills, get kill streaks, maybe die a couple times, whatever it is. It's you turn your brain off, you go in and you shoot people. That's the entire game. A lot of people online have been talking about the quick time to kill, which it is very fast. But when you combine that with the extremely sluggish and slow movement, it feels like you die before you can even shoot back at someone. You spend more time, or at least I spent more time getting into gunfights than actually being in the fight itself. Part of the reason it felt like I had to actually find gunfights was because of the map design. While being really visually appealing, it feels clustered. There's a maze of doors, windows, arbitrary head glitch spots. Most of the people's consensus is that it lacks clear laning. There's a few different directions you can go on every map, but the middle point is just a big open area where anyone can hide anywhere, you can go anywhere. And while that can be good in a slower time to kill kind of a game, and a more strategic game, that's just not Call of Duty. We just want to run into fights, get kills, and have fun. At least that's why I play Call of Duty. And this leads me to another really bad part of the game, was the spawns. The biggest disappointment since the beta is that the spawns have not been fixed. In every match, I felt like the game couldn't decide where it wanted to put anybody. I constantly spawned in front of other people, other enemies kept spawning in front of me, our entire team would spawn in front of someone and get wiped out. It legitimately didn't know who was looking where and where to spawn someone. Now let's talk about the menus. In the previous Call of Duties, it's been unnecessarily dense. There's so much going on. There's so many games packed into just one launcher. It has been tough. And even now, when you get to customizing the guns and stuff, while having a lot of customization options is nice, I feel like I'm having to search through to find the exact attachment I'm looking for. Again, it's been better than some of the previous games I've played for Call of Duty, but it's still there. Honestly, it feels like a poorly optimized PC launcher when you're trying to play it on your console. Now let's talk about score streaks and kill streaks. I love just going for kills and getting kill streaks. Honestly, it's one of my favorite things about Call of Duty. But Black Ops has always been really good with their score streaks, the objective play of the game. But this game felt like it had reverted back into just favoring just kill streaks, or at least the balance was really off. And a lot of people found themselves just camping on sites just to kill people because the time to kill is so quick. You can stay on a site, kill people, get kill streaks, and that's the game. There's even a utility that you can get that will capture the point for you. So you just throw the utility on the point and just camp it. That's literally what the game felt like. At least that's what I was doing. It is fun when you're doing it, but it is annoying when everybody's doing it. Now finally, the gun balance. While some of the glaring beta issues have been addressed, the overall balance still feels pretty poor. The top 6 guns, at least at the time of this recording, are all SMGs and assault rifles. That's mostly what everyone uses. You might get some people that use, a shotgun once in a while. Some of the shotguns in hardcore mode are pretty strong, but they've always been that way. Some people might use marksman rifles or snipers, but for the most part, SMGs and assault rifles dominate this game right now, especially with the fast time to kill. Why would you choose any other gun? Why would you ever take a sniper, right? You just run around with SMGs and shotguns and assault rifles, and you're great. You don't have to think about anything other than actually running get into those fights. So where does that leave us? I wanted to love it. I really did. My friends wanted to love it. We were all really ready for the next Black Ops fix. But this full release was rushed. It's a tired copy of a game we've played before, stripped of the responsiveness and the character that made the series so good, especially the first 3 games. Oh my gosh, legendary. It feels like they ignored any feedback we had from the beta. It looks good, and the weapon customization is also still really good, as the previous Call of Duties have shown, but the core loop, the movement, the map flow, and the spawns just ruined it for me. After spending weeks with the full game, I can confidently say that this is one of the most disappointing and structurally flawed Call of Duty titles I have ever played. And I'm sorry to the new development team that made this game. I understand that it's a big pressure on you guys, but we still expect Black Ops to be Black Ops, and this game is just not it. It's relying too heavily on the Black Ops name to carry it, but it doesn't feel like Black Ops. I'm out. I'm probably not going to be touching this game just because there's other first-person shooters out right now that are way better. I mean, Battlefield released at the same time, and that has been a great experience. But we're not here for Battlefield. We're here for Call of Duty. Unless they make some really big structural overhauls, like with the movement, and if they release newer maps as DLC, maybe, I might touch it to try it out. But right now, I don't feel myself coming home and wanting to jump on Call of Duty like I used to. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Let me know in the comments how you guys feel about the game, because so far, any response I've gotten is it's not good, and we're just playing it to just grind the game and the skins, and then we're gonna leave.